Yo, what's going on, people? What is the Traders Reality family saying? What's happening, people? What's going on? Everyone losing their shit. Howard Taz, what's happening? Edwin, what's good? Carl, bang out the zone, what's good, man? I know. Bang out the zone, bro. Very interesting pattern that is evolving right now. But like I said, you know, this is, I mean, tonight I wasn't going to stream because Mondays is normally for gaming. But I had to do this stream just so I could get you guys just to really, you know, calm shit down, you know? Robbie, what's happening, bro? It's been a while, man. You know? Bel-Air, listen, man. 90% of this game is about trying to get into a stage of profit. If you're in profit, do what you need to do, bro. You know? Everyone panic. Yeah, what's happening, everyone, anyway? Yeah, we're going to be doing some gaming tonight, guys. I needed to come on here just to really you know, just to give you my insight on what is happening, all right? Like I said to you guys, man, the weekend, Mondays, it's the days that they like to really fuck shit up, all right? They take advantage of absolutely anything and everything that is available to them. They're prying on people's fear, and when people are fearful, they like to sell. And when they're selling, market makers are buying. We have to understand the number one thing, all right? In order to buy something, someone has to sell you something, and vice versa. For you to sell, someone needs to buy back, all right? And that's the basis of it all, guys. You know? Okay, so let me have a look at something. Everything's all good my end. All right, so can you guys hear me clearly? Yep. You think we should always take profit, Tina? Let's say invest 1 BNB, and if you get to 10, happy days, correct? Jay, if you have to ask yourself that question, bro, this game isn't for you, man. Straight up. All right? The game itself is to obtain profit. All right? What I try and do is help you guys to not pay attention to it, because ultimately it's about the execution. You know, if you start off with 1 BNB and it becomes 10 BNB, and you'll sit there scratching your head thinking, what should I do next? This game isn't for you, my friend. You know? Yeah, and the IG stories, man, I'm having a bit of a problem with those Instagram stories, man. I'm just taking some old stuff that I did on TikTok and I'm putting it to the stories, and then all of a sudden Instagram's like, you know, you can't be putting this, you know, it's a copyright infringement. I don't know if they know that it's my account. I don't know, maybe it's the music in the background, but I'm going to be switching it up with those stories anyway. I'm going to be doing my own thing. All right, so that's all good. So yeah, thank you everyone for all the birthday wishes for the mother. Andy's, welcome to the channel, bro. Anyone that's new to the channel, what's going on, man? You have a lot of stuff to go through. You know, what I will be saying in the next few minutes, you know, it may sound alien to you. You might have 101 questions, but what I do suggest you do is you go and join the Discord. The Discord is where the community is at. That's where the Traders Reality community is based. And if you want help, that is where you go. All right? Because, you know, this whole channel only exists because of the people that contribute towards it. All right? So that's all I can say to you there. Everything that you need is in the link for this, in the description for this video. All right, so be my guest. Go check out all the links there. You know, it's all there for you guys. Yeah, it's my mother's birthday today, and it was yours yesterday. Bang out the zone, yeah. All right, guys, show some love to Bang Out the Zone, man. It was his birthday yesterday. It's my mother's today, so show some love to Bang Out the Zone. Tino, please look left on the pattern. It's about 39k and then upside. Like you told, look left, big pattern. Probably, Thomas, listen. Yes, maybe, my friend. Remember, it's short-term day trading strategy is what I talk about mainly. You know, the basis of my strategy is all about scalping, getting in and getting out. You know, what do I think about trading weekends? Guys, tell me what you think I think about trading weekends. Should you trade weekends? You know, it's up to you. There you go. Bang out the zone. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Christos. Thank you so much. Critania, what's good, darling? What's good? Lots of tourists in the hood, you know. All right, and so listen. You don't like it? It's very rough. Yeah, and no Mondays. I won't be playing games until you get the Steam and download. That's the game, man. Phasmophobia. That's the game that I was trying to show my brother-in-law, man. I was looking for Plasma or something, man. Fucking Phasmo. Shit. Got that wrong. Yeah, I'm good for Phasmophobia, bro. No. We'll get Phasmophobia. That's what we'll do. I mean, I would like a little bit of Call of Duty, but Phasmophobia seems like it's going to take up a lot of my time, and I don't want to leave people on the edge. That's why I prefer Call of Duty, but that's going to be another story. Okay. All right then. Yes, I am vaping because I need to maintain composure because now we are about to start. So let's have a look at what the fuck's been happening across the board. Okay. We are now going into Tuesday. All right. Goodbye Monday. Monday is the false move week beginning. All right. Looking at the chart right now. But first, before we actually do anything, all right, just need to go and pay attention to my little friend XRP playing out the pattern beautifully. Yeah. Look at that. How amazing is that by XRP? Wonderful. One of the great things about XRP is she actually, if the patrons, I did send this to them, but I sent it afterwards. So, and because if I sent it over the weekend, granted someone would have traded it unless someone saw the pattern and took the trade. Fair play to you. All right, I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Stay away from the weekends. Stay away from Mondays. There are people that are a little bit more, how can I say, got more experience in the strategy. If you want to take the trades at the weekend, then, you know, it's down to you. You understand the repercussions. You know what will happen if it goes wrong. All right, you won't be surprised. All right, if you understand. Okay, so this is what happened with XRP. She formed the W formation, okay, and she moved out of the zone. You can see clearly. Yeah, she used last night's Asian session, came back to the psychological low for the Asian session right there, which is the yellow line right there. Okay, came up, test, retest to it, getting ready to rise. Projection point for XRP, I mean, I'm looking at the psychological high, okay, and we've got that sweet spot up there of 1.6588. I've spoken to the patrons about this, okay, so they knew about this beforehand. So it's a very interesting day. Very interesting day for XRP. There is a lot of shit happening for XRP, so we can't miss out on that opportunity. Okay, now let's have a conversation about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, why has XRP formed a pattern and made a move, yet Bitcoin and Ethereum are stuck in the zones? They're just moving their money to XRP first. That's what I understand about it. But you can see the bigger pattern on Ethereum. You can see she's come down to the 800 EMA. Thank God she has come down to the 800 EMA. The last time Ethereum did that was all the way back here in April, which wasn't that far, you know, wasn't that long ago when you think about it. All right. The moving averages were 2 fund away. 2 fund apart. All right. She needed to reset. And that's exactly what has happened right now. Ethereum has reset as such. The intention to the upside, but they've been accumulating, guys. Let's look at the previous zones now. We've obviously got this zone to the upside right here, which takes us to the 4,300 mark. Now we've got the psychological high and low range, which is right here, which takes us to 3,797. Okay, notice the big volume candle right down here, the spike to the 800 EMA and moving back up. All right, now we will only know if this bigger W formation plays out if price goes above the 50 and the 200 and continues further up. All right, what we would like to see is price come up from this point and then come back down to retest this zone and then make the move to the upside, which is what we understand to be as the pattern or the tattoo right there. That's what we're waiting for. Okay, now let's assume that doesn't happen. Where are we in the cycle? Okay, look. So you've effectively got what we understand to be is a potential head and shoulders formation or an M pattern. Look, left shoulder, head, and maybe this little area right here would be the right shoulder. Some may consider this to be the right shoulder, but I will go with the nearest consolidation, which was down here. All right, that will be your right shoulder right there. Or you could just take this rise up and then this little dip and then this spike to the high and drop. So it's an M pattern up there as well. All right, we have got the first drop, rise, level 1, drop, rise, level 2, drop, has taken out the previous zone, but it's been a very small consolidation. Okay, now ultimately, could Ethereum go lower? She could actually go lower and test the range weekly low. Okay, if she breaks below the 800 EMA, then we are in pretty much old school territory. Where could we go? Well, the next point of interest could be down here, which is this blue box area that I've marked off here, which will take us down to the 2741. Okay, that could be the zone that Ethereum starts to form a peak formation on the principle that she doesn't hold the 800 EMA. So this is what we need to factor in. All right, we need to factor in if the 800 EMA holds, it's tested it once, then twice. Okay, if this area holds, Ethereum will continue back to the upside, but it's been a controlled move to the downside. All right, you can see that it's always come back to the 50, drop, it's tried to come back there. She needs to break this area for me to convince that a peak formation will happen down here. If it's in line with this drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, if it's in line with the cycle. We're going into Tuesday. Could they use Tuesday as a means to bring price down lower to form a peak formation and prepare the week for the midweek reversal? This is the question we need to ask ourselves. All right. Are you seeing aggressive moves to the downside? They look like they're controlled. Notice how price is near the psychological high and low for the week. And notice how small that range is. Okay. These are the things that we need to factor in. All right. The M2 pivot point looks like it's being held right here. Now, yeah, that doge pump, that is a valid point. They could be looking to send price lower by creating fear across the board, which tells me that at a moment's notice, the bigger players are going to send pretty much Bitcoin and Ethereum and come out of the zones very sharply. But we will be prepared for that because we know what to expect. All right. We know what to anticipate when we see the intention of the market maker. He can't hide the fact that he needs to move out of the zone. You know, he can't hide vector candles. He can't hide these climatic pushes out of zones, you know, which are sporadic in their nature, where you see price dropping, and then all of a sudden you see a shift candle to the upside. Yeah, they can't hide that. All right. So we have to pay close attention to what is going on in this area right here. Granted, it could be a bigger W formation, and notice how price is trying to come back into the previous area that it hit earlier last week. Okay, if it comes into that area right now, then this whole big W will be valid. However, if it doesn't and it continues sideways or even continues lower, we still may be forming the first leg of a W formation, which is effectively from this area down here. Because you can actually take this small W right here. It is a valid W, but how long will it last? That's the question. You can make a rise up. You can drop that down back here. And then you can anticipate that if this zone holds, it will come back and hit the 50 EMA, retrace slightly, and then continue up. All right? That is down to how you understand the pattern. You've got a pattern within a pattern. Ultimately, I would be more comfortable as a short-term day trader. If I were to take this W formation, I would need price to come up and show me a shift out of the zone and at least attack the 50 EMA. If we're waiting for a bigger pattern, then you wait for the first leg to form, and then you wait for, as such, the second retrace back into the 50, consolidate, then come down, and then move out. All right? That's what you're waiting for if you're going to trade the bigger pattern. Okay? What's going on, Philip? Do you know where we guys are? Why are you scared to show your face, bro? I've got them London chiclets withering away or what? I ain't scared to show my face, bro. Nah, I ain't scared. It's not about being scared. So I choose not to show my face. That's how it is, bro. You know, do you want a little guy in the fucking corner of the screen, like, nodding his head up and down and looking? Fuck that, man. That's just too much shit and disturbing me in the charts, man. Nah, you just want a clean chart. You know? Everyone's here for the charts. Tina, I made some nice advertising on Crypto tweet yesterday using psychological high low. And it was sent. They all freak out after. Sent them here. Oh, fair play to you, Peak, man. Fair play to you, bro. Could you imagine if Crypto came and contacted me and says, you know, come onto my stream? I'd be laughing non-stop, man. He makes me laugh. Like, I just, oh God, that video that he done when he was in the shower. What a guy. You know, there's no stopping this guy. Funny, man. Funny, bro. You know. Joseph, won 10 out of my 14. 10 would be 10 out of 12, but yeah, traded the weekend, got what I deserve. There you go, Joseph. You know not to trade the weekends. If you notice over the weekends, guys, okay, look, sometimes Mike calls me at the weekend and, you know, how you doing, Tina, and all of that stuff, and he'll say, have you seen Bitcoin? I'll say no. I literally completely come away from the charts at the weekend. All right. I literally have to disconnect, because if I don't, then I'm going to start being, you know, I'm going to start getting impatient and be like, look, I can see that. I can see that as a trade. I'm happy to take that. And I've done that too many times, right? I've done it too many times to myself where I traded when I shouldn't have traded. In Forex, it's called the Monday. You know, trading Sunday night and Monday night. Nah, don't do it. All right? I sometimes would anticipate the weekend to come because I'll be like, oh, the markets are closed. I can relax now because the market is closed. But then I'll be going on that hunt for the weekend and then looking for information that could affect, you know, dollar yen or gold or whatever's happening there, you know? And we'll have a look at dollar yen and gold in a minute. But I'm just telling you guys, stick to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday if need be. Those are the main days, all right? Now, looking at Ethereum, remember this stream, guys, is going to be a short one because I'm committed to joining my guys on Twitch, you know, just to have a little bit of time out from the charts. But I wanted to keep you guys informed on what's going on because everyone's going crazy across the board, seeing those wild thumbnails about warning, you know, danger, avoid, and all this BS, man. Look, just tell people straight what's going on, okay? So looking at this candlestick formation right here, you can see that price is now trying to recover this candle. It should effectively finish as a pin and then reverse back to the upside. The daily open has been achieved right from yesterday's daily open right there. There's a new daily open candle looking to be formed shortly. It hasn't printed it off yet, okay? Once Sydney opens, then that'll be fine. Right now, it's the dead gap. It's the dead time. You know, it's market maker zone. All right, they can just move price in any direction that they see fit. Okay, what I'm paying attention to is this pin bar to the low. This nice little pin that tapped the 800 EMA and moved straight back. Very important candle that is. Okay, now only if Ethereum holds this zone, she should then look towards coming back to the 50 EMA. And then when she hits the 50 EMA, we will then understand what the intention is if they are going to use Tuesday or Wednesday to reverse price. Okay? Everyone is shit scared across the board, man. That's the crazy thing. Everyone is scared. Okay? Everyone is scared of what's going on. And you know what? They've got every right to be. But at the same time, when you understand how fear is induced in the marketplace, and that you know that when fear is in the marketplace, you know that there's opportunity to trade as a short-term day trader, right? I don't hold positions. I'm in and I'm out. I let everybody absorb all the chaos, all right? People also try and absorb the chaos in the markets by placing trades, thinking that they can justify their fear by placing a trade and hoping that the direction of their fear guides them to taking the right trade. No, all right? This is what the market maker does. He induces you to go in on the fear and say, you know what, rather than be part of the team of people that are losing and being fearful, let me try and profit from that fear. All right? Because you're still fearful. You've got the fear of people of, price dropping. Are you losing money on your actual investments or you're holding? Or there's the fear of missing out. And so many people feel like they may be missing out in this situation. So they're going to try and take trades. But then all of a sudden, everything changes and it reverses and goes against them. So the fear of missing out has got you to the fear of loss. Now you're going to lose everything. It was hard enough that you were negative on your portfolio because you held Bitcoin or Ethereum, because you believe that it was going to just pull back and then continue up. How many people got trapped on the pullback, buying the dip? How many times did they buy the fucking dip? Look at that. Bang, drop, buy the dip. Let's go buy it back up. It's going back up now above the 200 EMA. Happy days. Oh, it's consolidating. It's now forming a base of support at the 200 EMA. Happy days. It moves up, goes above the 50. So many people were buzzing about that because they've effectively caught the dip. Then before you know it, bang, she drops. All right, all those players that got done. These big dips here are for the bigger players in the sense where they're using more money to buy more contracts, okay? But market makers, they facilitate that, all right? Because the bigger players are also retail traders. They get shit wrong as well, all right? They can be exploited. Before they can buy, the market maker has to be there to sell, yeah? SM, where's Ada going, Tino? You know? Do you know what? Even if what's this? What am I reading? Don't you think the patterns were more effective back in February, March? I feel like Ethereum just does its own thing, but now maybe it's because I am noob at this. All right, bro, listen. Okay? The patterns will always be present, okay? Even February, March, when everything is rising, everything is great, okay? But what's happening now is it's just the opposite of what was happening in February and March, okay? Now it's dropping down. What do we wait for? We wait for a retrace back to the 50. Whenever price trades away from the 50 EMA, trade back to it. Yeah, just look. Pulls away, trades back to it. Pulls away, trades back to it. This is all we are doing. And this is the beauty of trading on a short-term time frame basis, okay? It's because you can just capitalize on those things and not be caught up in this chaos. Holding trades for so long. Now, if you've got a different strategy, that means that you have to hold trades for a while, then fine. Okay, each to their own. Yeah? My goal is to effectively help you guys understand what price is doing right now and make the base your decision on what is happening right now. Okay, we look back, we look left, and we see there are previous liquidity points that market makers have opened longs. Okay? Those are points that we would like price to go to, and we will know if the market makers have intentions of going there because they will do one of two things. Firstly, before they're going to come back up to the 3797 zone, what needs to happen? Well, Ethereum needs to go above the previous day's session, okay? Take out the 50 EMA, go above the psychological low, come back, retrace back to the 50 to show intention, and then it will make a move further to the upside. And then she could progressively take out the psychological high. Before all of that shit happens, we need to wait for the confirmation that the market maker is done with accumulating longs at lower prices. It's now just come back down to the 800 EMA. Could she come back down again and test it? Yeah, of course she could. There's nothing wrong in feeling that way. We're waiting for a pattern to evolve. That's what's important. Okay? When you're waiting for a pattern to evolve, there's no thinking. You don't need to do anything because you'll have plenty of time to get in when they start to make their move. If you're trying to grab the pattern and place trades before the pattern evolves, okay, well, don't be pissed off when it doesn't go in your favor. And then it could continue down. We need to wait for the true test of this zone, okay? That's Ethereum. All right, now let's have a look at Bitcoin. Death cross on all majors. Man, this death cross. The fear frog. Schleppy, what's good, man? Thank you for that, bro. Here we go. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin. Okay, same story. Moving averages are fanned out to the downside. All right, they're just accumulating Bitcoin. Now, where's the 800 EMA? Nowhere to be seen. Oh, it's up there. Okay, that's what's really important. Bitcoin's 800 EMA is all the way up there. 200 is there, and the 50 is there. Okay, they look like they want to try and hold the 42 mark. All right, has she come back to a zone that we didn't anticipate? No. We've been expecting that she could actually come back to that area. We said on Sunday night stream that Bitcoin could come back, hit the psychological low, which is exactly what she did. And then she could maybe pull back down and build the W formation in this range right here. Look at the dashed line that we said. Okay. Very important. Could she come down to the 39? Yeah. And you know what? So what if she does? Okay. We will know where we stand when they base out, when they start the accumulation phase. Remember, look, we've got the M formation up here. M formation right there, if you can see it. Okay. Drop level 1, rise. All right. Drop level 2. Drop level 3, peak formation. So it's dropped 3 times. Let's take the ADR for the week. From that high all the way down to its low. Let me just scale it up for you. Down to its low. Okay, so Bitcoin has actually traveled 177,506 pips. Its average daily range is 128,641. So it's traveled 50,000 more pips than it needs to. Okay? That's what's important. It's sort of extended. This move is very sharp. Look at the moving averages. They are so fanned out and they're very sharp. They're very wide. Okay? At a moment's notice, they could actually switch it up. Okay? Chris, you know what? When you start loving these drops, it means you understand it. Okay? It means you understand that something is happening. Something is starting to change. Okay? False move is the fast move. Exactly, DeFi. That's exactly what it is. False move is the fast move. They need to encourage people to become fearful. How do they do that? Fast moves. You know? Go across the board right now in YouTube. Go into the chats on people that are live right now. And just look at how they're talking. That's pretty much where everyone is right now in the marketplace. Alright? That's where everyone is. They're all rushing to Twitter. They're waiting to see if Elon says something positive about cryptocurrency. All right. But the worst thing is he's only going to be talking about Dogecoin. So the guys at Dogecoin, they're cool. They've got Elon to back them up. You know? The 21-week EMA. Okay, market makers use the move 50 EMA and the 200 and the 800. Banks use the 50 and the 200 and the 800. But YouTubers use the 21 weekly EMA. Pause for thought. Get enough people to use that, and then it can make it can make an influence on the marketplace. Yeah. I'm going to use what the main players use. I'm going to stick to the business plan that the market makers come up with. All right? By that token, people use the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way through to fucking 900 on moving averages. Print fucking rainbows on their charts. Okay? There's a reason why the 50 EMA, I will always stick with the 50 EMA. We have proven the 50 EMA is the guide. It's the heartbeat. It's the pulse. Okay? You know what you can do? I'll tell you what you can do as a little bit of an exercise. Alright? Let's get rid of something on here. Let me show you to help you guys understand. Okay? Trade like that. Trade like that. And you'll see how much different your trading becomes. Because honestly, my charts, they're line charts. I always start off with the line chart. And I'm going to be talking about this to the patrons. I'm going to show them exactly what I do. The line chart helps me so much more. It gets rid of the chaos. You know, I can see clearly on the line chart. Yeah, the candlesticks, all right, for demonstration purposes and to help you understand, guys. The candlesticks is what you need. It's important, but I'm on a different level now from the candlesticks. I've absorbed what I've needed to absorb with the candlesticks. I can see those movements on the line chart now. And that's taken me nearly 11 years, okay, to understand it. Try this out, guys. Find your W's and your M's and look at how the 50 EMA behaves around it. All right? This is the heartbeat. This is the pulse. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm saying this now, my friend, because I need to get you guys, You guys need to learn, okay? You need to start fresh, okay? You need to learn everything about candlesticks before you start fucking with the line chart, okay? So you look at a line chart right now, you're going to say, what am I looking at? At least with candlesticks, you can add context behind it. But when you've sat through enough candlesticks, you can understand there's vector candles right here. This pulse up here is a vector candle. This pulse here is a vector candle, okay? Without even knowing it, let's have a look. Let's add some candlesticks to it, all right? Candles. There you go. Just like that. Vector 1s and the vectors down here. Don't know why it's not printing there. Ah, gap. Okay. That's my point. There's your gap. Okay. You can understand it. They're all the pulses in the straight lines from the charts on the line chart are all vectors. Okay. And I have mentioned it before. That's true. You know, Chalupa, if you can see it, then happy days. But I couldn't already watch the video. Do you know if there are only those, if those are only for Windows? Alejandro, are you on a Mac? If you're on a Mac, then yeah, there's, I mean, I'm not, man, Mac, different story. Okay, let me go back to the whole situation of what's going on right now. People are fearful. I need to discuss this. All right, here we go. So, Bitcoin. We could be seeing a triple bottom. All right? If they favor lower prices, let it be. We then just wait for our patterns. We redraw and we redraw. I'm talking like this because I'm not in a trade. I'm a short-term day trader. I get ready for the move. Now, those who are investors, okay, I can appreciate you're probably feeling a little bit in the dumps. But as investors, you guys know that you can buy the dip. You know, you guys are going to be effectively getting in cheaper because it's now cheaper to accumulate Bitcoin. That's understandable, okay? But there are people that become fearful because they're holding trades. They're behaving as traders, okay? They open their trade as a trader, but then they behave as an investor and then they hold the trade and they get messed up and concerned because Bitcoin's not going in their direction and their liquidation point is, you know, it's getting close and they're starting to twitch, you know? Alejandro, I would advise that you partition your Mac and have a version of Windows installed on it because MT4 doesn't really use much memory or a process as such on your Mac. So I would advise that you do that, my friend, rather than going out and getting a laptop exclusively for MT4. But you know what? Even if you do get like a cheap laptop, like, you know, even $100 to £200 laptop, you know, running MT4 on there will be just a walk in the park. It will be happy days, man. It's not like a massive program. You want Bitcoin to break the 41 mark. This is why I've stopped day trading. I'm just an investor these days. That's fine. Tino, there is an M formation on the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin down. It seems like Bitcoin is going up soon. Klesko, you guys, I need to create a channel in the Discord for the Bitcoin downers and the Bitcoin uppers. All right, I need to create that channel. Mike, can we create that channel for those who trade the Bitcoin down and the Bitcoin up charts and the Ethereum up and down charts and the XRP up and down charts, please? If we can do that, that will be great. Thank you very much. Right, I have to give love to those guys because those charts, they do actually, you know, they can be helpful, all right? But I need to test that, man. I need to test that shit. How should we spot the bear market? What vectors look like? Let me tell you something about what a bull market is and a bear market is. What do you associate? I said this yesterday. What do you associate bullish with? Come on, give me your comments. Especially for the new people. What do you associate bullish behavior with? Talk. Here we go. Let me have a look at what you put in. Markup, buying, green, up, buy, green rocket, pump, weed, balls, green steak, bullshit, moon boy, that's good. It will be near bear and bulls now in Discord. Okay, resistance turns into support. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, then cool. Well, to bonus, you know, wow, these guys. Hamburger, Fucking hell. All right, cool. Listen, okay. Bullish and bearish behavior is literally the indicator for people's emotions. Simple. Okay. This is how you can determine people's general sentiment. It's bullish, then you've got the bearish where it's to the downside, and people actually think bearish trends exist. Okay? Don't fall for the bullshit, guys. Okay? There's two phases, and you guys have said it. All right? Mark up and mark down phase. It's when the market makers make their money to the upside, and then they make their money on the downside. All right? It's not a bearish or bullish market. I mean, look, this is what this is my point of view, okay? From what I understand to be as a bearish or a bullish market, people say, how can you make money in a bearish market? Well, fuck it, go short. You know? Because they seem to think that you need to buy in a bearish market. No, you don't. You go short. You know, I go short in bullish markets. I go short in bearish markets, and I buy in bearish markets. You know? Some of my greatest shorts have been on the bullish markets. Why? Because when they spike price to the high, it always comes back down to the what? It comes back to the 50. So regardless of whether it's a bullish, bearish, okay, fucking snakish, cattish, doggish market, whatever you want to call it, all right, price will always revert back to the zone. They will always bring traders back into the fray, whether they're optimistic about it going higher or pessimistic and wanting it and it's going down lower. That's the basis. We ride when the market makers ride. Okay? That's exactly how it is. Do you know the Wyckoff chart? What do you say to this theory? The Wyckoff, listen, the market maker method by Steve Mowry, okay, principally is based on the Wyckoff method, okay? But the difference between Steve Mowry's method and the Wyckoff method is this. Steve Mowry considers the psychological element behind the market maker's behavior. Why? The guy had the conversation with a market maker, okay? That's where his course comes from. Then you've got trader at home. Trader at home, no one knows who this guy is, okay? Some say he's a pissed off fucking market maker who's got a grudge. And he's created this software which allows him to really exploit the market maker's behavior. But the problem with that course, okay, or not course, is he doesn't teach anyone. He tells you to study it. It took me 5 years to absorb that information and try and understand it, looking at charts every day, just on that strategy by itself. Then I came across the Steve Mowry's market maker method. That came out in about 2008, 2009. Okay? Now we've merged them all together. And we've created the hybrid system, taking both schools of thought. All right? Now, the question that someone just said right there was... Where was it? Where was it? When we do... Where was that question? Shit, I forgot the question. No, where is it? Ah, I've lost the question. How crap is that? Look, talk about build up, man. Shit. Here we go. Sorry about that. What did Bit Boy say? Never short in a bullish market. Well, you know what? Look, for a beginner, yeah, don't short when price is rising, but you understand that when price is rising is because the shorts are being built. You know, there you go, the Wyckoff chart. There you go. What do I say to the theory? So the Wyckoff theory itself is valid when you want to consider the cycles, okay? The cycles of how price and the waves that price move up and down. But this game is psychological, man. Take as many, you know, technical indicators, all right? The context behind them has to be psychological as well. You have to factor in when people are scared, when people are optimistic. Vector candles, all right, to the upside, vector to the downside. You know, that's what you guys need to understand. Yeah? Ryan, as a leverage which you would use as a beginner, my advice to all the beginners that are stepping into the cryptocurrency space is this. Work on sample size, okay? Don't come to trading trying to make money, all right? Try and understand the execution of the trade, because if you get the execution down, what happens when you place the right entry? You get fucking paid on it. So the money's always going to be there. If people come in and focus on trying to make money, you're going to miss the entry. You're going to miss the true entry. And before you know it, you're losing money. And then you start having that conversation with yourself and you say, yo, man, I've come to this game with the best intentions. My guy on Instagram's got a fucking Rolex. He's got a Lamborghini and, you know, his course is like £500. I can afford that. You know, he's done it with that £500 course. Why can't I do it? You see? Money makes people act funny. Okay? And that's with those who have it and those that don't have it. And then there are those people who want to acquire it. And they will go to every fucking extreme to get to that point. What I'm trying to give you guys is the blueprint or a framework to help you get there by not focusing on it. Come away from trying to make money and focus on the execution, because we know in trading, you place a trade, the only thing that can happen, okay, is one of two scenarios. You either lose money or you make money. One way or another, it's going to be based on money. How well you execute your trade is going to be reflected on your balance from when you start your trading session towards when you finish your trading session. Okay? That's the basis of it. Okay? So now, look, earlier we did say we could see a pin, and the pin bar has actually arrived. We are at the pivot point of Bitcoin. Sorry if I do come away from talking about the charts, guys. PC Shed, what's good, man? I didn't see you in there, my friend. Wow, there's a lot of questions. A lot of questions from you guys tonight. You know? Jaffa. Yeah, come on, man. Let's look at Jaffa's comment. Every time I come here, this man talks about something that he wants to teach us, but never does. I feel sorry for you, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you feel that way, bro. I'm so sorry. Okay. There you go. Wyckoff indicator playing out to a T. Happy days. Someone understands it. Purple candle means that volume is starting to rise. Funny, he keeps... Yeah, this... Yeah. Look, Jaffa, if you want to learn, my friend, please go back in the previous streams. You know, this stream has created 5 millionaires, okay? If you need proof of that, go into the Discord. It's all there for you, okay? I'm very passionate about this game, so... And I'm going to do my very hardest to make sure people understand it, and people do understand it. I'm always going to get that one person that wants to throw some spanners in the works. Happy days. You know, we can't please everyone. But let's just look at what Bitcoin's doing right now. Is this zone going to play out? The daily open has been achieved. Sydney has pretty much opened. The markets are on their way to going into full swing. Okay? Now... Jaffa, keep coming to the streams. Keep watching the previous streams. I promise you, you will get it. Okay? You will get it. I recorded this 5 weeks ago. Okay, listen. This pre-recorded shit is funny, man. So funny. All right, then, cool. So, what we got here. Right now, Bitcoin is looking like she wants to try and come back up. Okay? But we're not out the woods yet, guys. Just because she's tapped the low from the M2 point here and then here again, all right, doesn't mean that it's safe to say that Bitcoin's ready to move out. We are waiting for vector candles. We will only know when the vector candles appear, the big sharp moves out of the zone. Is there any news that is due to come out? Any news that's going to come out other than Elon talking shit about Bitcoin or Dogecoin or anything about cryptocurrency? Is there anything that is due to come out? Where are my fundamentalists? No. Only XRP, yeah. Walmart earnings, okay. No. Yeah, XRP's court case, that's fine. Narcissist dipshit. So, you know, for how long you keep your position? I know it's 2-hour rule if it not works, but what if it does? Look, the 2-hour rule is there, okay, to help you guys manage your trade expectations. If you place a trade and you genuinely feel like it's going to continue higher and you want to hold the trade and it's beyond 2 hours, it's on you to take that risk. All right. The 2-hour rule is there as a mental framework to help you manage your expectations and manage your trading psyche as well. Are you in a position to sit through a trade that is not going in your favor? You know, do you have the time in the day to actually monitor the trade, or are you going to go off and work and then expect to come back to the chart and hope that it's going to be there in your favor? Don't do that. The 2-hour rule is there to protect you. Okay. Because you can close the trade and see and let it play out. Why are you going to sit through that drawdown? Yeah. And accumulate fees. Chris Wells, man, that's awesome. Tina's any video MT4 explains MT4 indicator, like what do all the different color candles mean? What's M1, M2, M3? There's a playlist called Understanding the Hybrid in the channel. All right. I know it's not clear, but the playlist, there are playlists beyond the streams. Okay. Go watch the playlists in the channel. More importantly, okay, every single day, well, mainly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and intermittently on a Friday, I do projections on a projections channel. That's pinned to the chat right now. Okay, it's another YouTube channel which gives you 10-minute videos of my insight to where Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are going to go. It's the only coins that I will look at on that channel. All right, and the reason being is because that's where the money goes. All right, that's where the big money goes. So go and subscribe to that channel. You'll get morning updates on my view of where the plays are going to happen, and it just gives you a little bit of information so that if you're indecisive about where you think a coin, Ethereum or Bitcoin and XRP are going to go, you can use that as a basis point. All right, it takes all the context from the channel and I put it into 10-minute videos. These streams are designed to help you work out in real time how to apply concepts from the strategy. Okay, now I try and keep them as short as possible, try to keep them within an hour and a half. Okay, so I'm just trying to balance it all out, because I know people don't have time to sit through all these streams. There's over 700 hours worth of content. All right, and those people who have watched it, well, I can pull out 5 people individually right now who have watched it and completely changed their lives. All right, so ultimately, Bitcoin, she just needs to hold this zone. If Bitcoin breaks down further, she'll come down to test the range daily low. And if she does come down to the range daily low, it will be on notable volume. It may be the last pump before she may actually look to come back to the upside. We are operating at a very key zone right now on the pivot point. Okay, so assuming that the M2 zone hits, Bitcoin will need to progressively move back up towards the 50. If it hits the 50 EMA, all right, it may retrace back, but then we'll be anticipating, if the intention is there, for them to break above the 50 EMA. Once that is achieved, retrace back to the 50 to confirm it, and then move higher to effectively come and test the psychological low and the psychological high. These are the 2 points of interest that I'm looking for right now. Why? Because when price does something in these areas, it pretty much tells you where it's going to go. If price goes up to the psychological high, breaks away from it, comes back, retests it, and bounces away from that point, granted, it's going to be going further away from that point, because price can do one of 2 things. It can come back to the psychological low, which is this green line here, and trade away from it, or it can go back to the psychological high and then trade away from that zone further up. Okay, so that's going to be pretty interesting if it happens. Okay, now Ethereum, same story. Looks like they're holding this zone. If they break below the 800 EMA, we could see traction towards the range daily low, range weekly low. They may even tap that and then reverse back. Okay, but you need to understand, look at how price has been dropping since the weekend and nothing has been happening since. Okay, this big green candle here is the big clue for me. The pin to the low, big clue for me. Bitcoin, same story. You've got these pins to the low right here. If I drop down to the 15-minute time frame, what are we going to see? What are we going to see with Bitcoin? See, look at that. Big vector candle there. Notable volume coming in towards the lows. All right. Notable volume right there, pulling away from the daily open, and then you've got the green candle forming. Okay. Is that like an evening star pattern? All right. We need to wait and see what happens. Psychological high is nearby. Sorry, psychological low is nearby. All right. This is it. Yeah. Isolated mind. No support or resistance is definite. Only idea of sentiment. This is it. And this is where the market maker steps in. Okay? When you've got people stuck in one way of thinking, that's when you can exploit it. The next near point interest for Bitcoin would be the 45 mark. Why? Because that's one of the nearest liquidity pools based on where price is right now. Okay? Although price has now come back up here, okay, it only recovered some of it. All right? So then we're going to start tapping into the other pools up here. All right? We've also got this zone up here, which is the psychological high. Notice how the psychological high, okay, and the psychological low is where price is showing the vector candles. All right? There's a reason for it. Okay. Can you tell me why you decided to do these streams? Why not make more money trading rather than on YouTube? Genuinely wondering. Okay, well, I'm here to try and prove that this strategy works. All right. More importantly, I needed to pay it forward. All right. And I got so pissed off with the industry as well. People are charging people for information that is free of charge on the internet. Okay. And it's not people's fault that they haven't got the time to sit through and siphon the information. All right. I've come across this with this strategy for 11 years that I've been playing in the markets. And I wanted to become proficient at it. I want to become a master at this. So the only way I can become a master at this is if I teach people. Now I've proven this system works. 5 millionaires have been created. I don't charge to do this. All right. That's the main thing. This is free of charge. You know? And that's how it is. You know, people, and this is what, look, it's the traders that charge for courses where you need to ask yourself, why are they charging for the course? You know, has trading been well for you? Why do you need to charge me? But that's the stigma that is applied to courses. You know, you can have some good courses out there, but people will still be challenging them and saying to them, well, if trading's that good for you, why are you charging me for this course? Why can't you just give me the information? All right. We're always going to have that stigma. And that's what I thought to myself. I thought, rather than have to fucking address people all the time about it, why don't I just do it for free and let's see if it works? And that's exactly what it is. You know? Okay. No, I don't have a course, guys. The YouTube course is the course. This YouTube channel is the course. All right? Start from day one. Okay? Start from day one of the stream and work your way through it. I can guarantee one thing. Your trading will improve. I can guarantee that. All right? Look at the projections. Look at how we draw these patterns. Look at how I explain these patterns, these candlesticks. Go through the previous streams. It's there. All right. Has this improved my trading? Completely. Why? Because I'm always regurgitating the same information over and over and over again in my mind. And now I look at a chart and I can sense exactly where it's going to go. And you'll see that in the streams. You'll be like, how the fuck does he know from price from one point to the next? How? But I've done 11 years of staring at this fucking chart all day, every day. Now I've only done this for 4 months. All right. And the changes in people's lives that I've been watching these streams have been, it's been unbelievable, man. You know, I started streaming, holding a cup of tea, smoking my pipe in the kitchen. I was like, fucking, let me just see if I can stream on YouTube. Happy days. You know, I had 12 people in my stream the first time. Great, I was loving it. And then 300 ended up being in the stream. I was like, fuck, what do I do now? And I just started talking about the strategy. I'm literally giving you my thoughts whilst I'm looking at the charts. What am I looking for? And then one thing led to another. And then here we are today. You know? Okay then. Right. One more thing, because I know Mike wants me to do this gaming thing. Shit. I've gone on. Okay. Right. Bitcoin, I know what we're doing with Bitcoin. Ethereum, we know what we're doing with Ethereum. Okay. XRP, perfect. Above the 50 EMA, near enough. She's now gone above the psychological low, showing clear support at the psychological low. Look at that. Notable volume coming in at the psychological low. They want to keep price in that zone. However, there could be interest at this previous point right here. This point right here is very interesting. Okay. They could actually send price back down to this zone. Okay. Because this is the thing, right? You can take trades like this. If you took this trade whilst the XRP was breaking out, wicked. It moves out of the zone. You've made money for the day. This could be effectively the rise level 1, drop. Now we're waiting for a rise level 2. However, price has come and rejected this previous zone right here. So we could see like a little M formation. Okay. Could they come back down to this point here, test the daily open from yesterday's session? All right. And then bounce back up. XRP's got some big news coming up, so they could consolidate for a little while now. All right. So we wait. If price is going to move out of this zone, we would hypothetically assume that this is the pattern so far. This is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for a clean break from this zone. The only way this clean break is going to happen is if price continues up and cleanly breaks the zone. All right. Not just tap it and then you make your entry. That's bullshit. You're going to get stopped out. Look what happened to the guys here that thought there was a breakout from this area here. They spiked the high and pulled back straight away. Did the same again here. They brought price up, pinned the high and reversed it back. All right. All right then. My projection for Bitcoin, will it go back to 60? Yep, that's what I believe. I believe that. And there's no predictions. Yes, that is true. It's only projections. We take a series of confluences. Variance needs to be in our favor at that point in time. So we add all the confluences and then we say, where do we think Bitcoin is going to go based on the behavior from the market makers? All right, let's do Bitcoin because everyone's on Bitcoin. All right, where do we think Bitcoin's going to go? So the near-term liquidity pool that could be taken out by Bitcoin is in the 46-45 zone. Why? Well, firstly, Bitcoin needs to show establishment that it needs to close above the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame first, which is the 13 EMA on the hourly. If it breaks above that zone, closes above the daily open, which is this blue line, takes out yesterday's daily open, which is this other blue line here, and shows support, then happy days, Bitcoin will need to move, and it should move back up to the 200 EMA, which is the 50 EMA on the hourly. If she hits this zone, pulls back slightly, tests the 50 on the 15, okay, and then breaks away and goes for the psychological low right here, then we could see further traction to the upside. All right. The previous zones that Bitcoin could be hitting are all up here. 48. Then you've got the 50 mark and the 51, which will be the 800 EMA. Some news could come out and ricochet the whole marketplace right now. Okay. So we got to be aware. All right. If you want to see live trades, there is a playlist in the channel which shows you live trades. From back in the day when I traded the presidential election with Biden and Trump, and then I did a few Ethereum trades and XRP trades. All right, there's a playlist in the YouTube channel. Go and have a look at it. What does it show you? It just shows you my entries and my exits. How can you learn from that? You can't really, because you can't come to those live trades and say, right, I'm going to try and replicate what he did, because you can bring it to the chart, but there's no guarantee it's going to work. That's the mistake people make. They think if they see me do it in real time, then they're going to try and take that and replicate that on a new chart. Well, what happened then was the volume came in at that point in time, and the variations and the confluences worked at that point in time. All right. Well, when you try and take the same pattern that I took and apply it to the chart, it may not work in your favor. And then you're going to turn around and say, well, that was a fake trade, or it just, it was bullshit. What context do you have to it? So that's the basis of it. Yeah, the Binance ones, they are in there. They are in there. CoinDesk 2 hours ago, as newbies panic, pros buy the dip. There you go. I actually can't tell you the psychological high and low of ADA because I don't have it on here. All right. All right, then listen. I'm just going to do one more thing. Gold. Oh, wow. They are shit scared. What did we say about gold, man? Holy shit. They are so scared of gold right now. Look at that. Gold is rising. And dollar yen. Ah, she's slowly dropping. She's slowly coming back down to this point. Look at that. Slowly but surely. That tells me, right, that things are probably going to change. For the fact that they're not letting dollar yen drop so fast and gold is rising up so quick. All right. People are scared. But they're trying to hold faith. Interesting. Okay then, guys. Look, I'm going to end the stream. All right. I just want to thank you guys for what's going on, for coming through to the stream. Okay. Make sure that you join the projections channel. Patrons, it's all going to start tomorrow for you guys. We're going to be doing those quick video updates. They're going to be coming at you thick and thin. I'm going to be keeping you updated on what is going to be happening in the charts in real time and help you understand how I see them. Okay. So right now there's nothing. Look, guys, there's nothing for us here. You can see Bitcoin is just trailing sideways at the pivot point. We may get another attempt at the range daily low because it is quite close to it. All right. But until we see the vectors, until we see market maker behavior, there's nothing for us to do. All right. Price needs to come and break away the 50 EMA. All right. So thank you very much, guys. If you are new to the channel, be kind enough to subscribe. It's free of charge. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to sort myself out. Sonny Biggs, what's good, man? How you doing, bro? Patreon updates, they will usually be happening before 10 a.m. GMT. Okay, they'll happen before 10 a.m., which is usually an hour and a half after the London Open, because there's usually a 90-minute window where they start to move price, right, which is the Brinks box. That's why I always use that time between half 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. If you're ever wondering why I always do, you know, some of the updates at that point, if I do it any later, it's because nothing has happened in the London session. Everything is all systematical for me, guys. There's a method behind it and there's a reason why. Okay, so I just realized you have one spouse. Your projections are positive for growth. Please do projections. The second one for the fall. Huh? Ah, what do you mean? You realize you have one spouse? What's that? What? When is the daily high? All right, and guys, listen. We're going to go over and got to download Steam now and play a game that's really scary. I ain't got... Oh, I'm fucking hell. All right. Okay. Mad love to all of you guys, okay? I will be speaking to you tomorrow. But guys, look. Wait for the vectors. Wait for market makers. Don't get caught up in this. I mean, if you're investors, holders, okay, I get it. It can be a bit frustrating, but, you know, chuck your money into USDT. That's what the plan is, you know, protect yourself. That's not financial advice. That's just something that I would do if I was worried about my investments. You know, that's not to tell you what to do, but, you know, be cautious. Do your own work. Do your own research. Due diligence. All right? Maybe I should do a second kid. Nah, man. Shit. PC Shed, God bless you, my man. Take care. All the members, take care of yourselves, guys. All right? Let's get it, man. Take care. Peace.